off. We had a dinner date, but it wasn't because Wallace was there third wheeling. Is that where we ended? And then Mom came and picked us up because they were acting straight, and we earned into that.
I don't think anything happened after that. I think we were like, that's probably a good place to stop, and then...
Yeah, well, okay,
maybe.
so yeah. Yep, okay. And then hard cut to this.
Yup.
Wallace, it's nice to see you again. How's it going?
I'm not joining this club thing if that's what you're thinking.
But...
Word on the street was that pizza was involved. I know that this isn't going to turn into a harem, so I'm not interested, quite frankly. Besides, I don't think I can deal with the both of you without some backup.
Not that much trouble, am I?
Remind me who persuaded me into agreeing to this again. She's got a point.
You're the last person who should be agreeing with her.
Wink.
You're way more trouble. If I'm on the same level as Caprice now, then I'm never gonna make progress. Smiling and sitting back in the old wooden chair, I take a look about the noisy room. Everyone inside must be thankful for the heat being turned up, the weather outside having been freezing before we entered. There's a certain charm to the restaurant given its exposed, aging brick walls and wooden furniture, however hard it may be. It takes a bit of speaking up for us to hear each other over the busily chatting couples and groups around us, but like Dad said, the more people at a restaurant, the better the food will be. Oh, is this the first real mention of the parents, I guess, other than the fact that we're away from home? Oh dear. I notice Eileen now. I'm gonna punt my dog.
Don't do it, Eileen. Don't drink. You have to be classy. Get a martini. Get a martini, Eileen.
Just go. Just go. Bye. Bye. He's leaving.
Everyone should taste except for me.
Pooch. Go.
Taste this shit.
No, don't come back. Don't come back. You leave. Oh, and when he knows he's in trouble or annoying me, he'll ignore me and then go to his bed. Like, see, I'm being obedient though. It's like, no, I didn't tell you to go to your bed. It's like, but I'm in my bed. I'm out of the way now.
Good boy.
You can't bother me.
Pooch knows the
I'm
rules.
not. He does, and it's fucking annoying. I notice Eileen eyeing Wallace's beard in an unsettled manner, a large glass perspiring away like in a commercial. I've taken his apparent age as just his beard making him look older, but I guess he really does have a few years on us.
Oh, can we not drink? Oh, right, we're freshmen.
I think 21, so they're probably 18. Like, exactly, I guess. Oh, excuse me, got hiccups.
Eileen's not a freshman though, is she?
I think Eileen's the same grade as us.
Is she? Oh, okay.
Or maybe not. Man,
Or maybe she's just saying she drinks it when she's not, at a restaurant.
I was thinking you were far too uptight to do something like underage drinking.
So she could still be like 19 or 20, I guess, but...
Remember the trip to Europe me and my family took last year? You think I just drank soda over there?
So she didn't technically break the rules, but God will punish her anyway.
Well, I was in Munich, Wallace. I mean, really.
Everywhere else in the world it's like 14, but no, here? Gotta be 21 to ruin your brain.
Nah, your brain's still developing. Caprice and I can only smile at her little lecture.
Don't be sad, Eileen. It's only a couple more years. Then you can drink all you want.
The look of pure and unrelenting disdain Eileen gives her at being reminded of the way goes gleefully ignored, which is probably for the best.
After all, I mean, if you drink too much, you'll end up like me. You don't want that, right?
She's like, suddenly it's all okay. Oh, that pizza looks pretty good. Our chatter is interrupted by the arrival of a waiter, a weedy young woman clad in, or young man, clad in a plain red and black uniform. It's impressive how well he maneuvers all our pizzas and sides onto the table, all their mouths watering as they steam away.
He was so dexterous, I just assumed he must have been a woman.
Oh, yeah, of course. With a curt, please enjoy, he leaves us to our feast. Is that pineapple on pizza? No. I actually didn't look
I'm
like
pretty
pineapple.
sure
Looked
it was a Hawaiian pizza in there.
Yeah, alright. It didn't look like pineapple. I feel like pineapples are in cubes usually, or like smaller pieces. That looked like it could be like a whole.
I think it's pineapple and pizza. I think it's pineapple and ham.
Okay.
But that's just my opinion, which I'm not supposed to have.
I'm not one of those elitists. I actually think pineapple on pizza can taste pretty good. As long as it's got ham.
Alright, we're done here. Just gonna end the call here. End the game. We're done. Oh, damn,
Not the
they're
worst
fast
thing I've
here.
ever had.
Best pizza place in the city.
How many have you actually tried?
Doesn't matter since I've already tried this place.
She says, busily shoving a slice of pizza into her mouth. Eileen starts on hers, but mine catches the eye of Wallace. Is he judging me because oh. Because I'm going to the Hawaiian.
You're not a leaf eater, are you?
He says this with genuine concern in his voice. I'm feeling judged. I just like the taste. The answer satisfies him as he goes to work on his own. The fact it's a meat lover's pizza is less than surprising.
Think you can take the wallet hit for tonight?
No problem. I have sugar daddies. I think I can probably do this. I still have sugar daddies, right?
It's a little sad how obviously she's trying to convince herself of the fact. Mumbling something about sugar daddies and, counting on her fingers. I should probably talk to her about that. The only reason I'm not having a quick check myself is because I budgeted the trip days in advance. Even Wallace looks like he's doubting himself a little. So this is a trip? This is up there.
That's one no. Okay, no, that's two. That's a two no. I still got a few more here.
Oh, such is the life of a struggling college student. Pouring yourself out on the street like that. You should have gone into IT. Pushes up glasses.
Alright, now I'm feeling called out right now. Oh, sure is. I really need to get a job.
Oh my goodness, you don't have one either.
Please. I have one.
Is this one of those side gigs? Are you...
Shut up! I'm planning to get a real one. It's a real job. I know. I gotta get a real one.
And when will you do that?
As soon as someone hires me. I just grimaces. I sob. She got me. How's working at the store, Wallace? Is anyone hiring? Does anyone want to hire me? Anyone? I'll do anything.
Not exactly riveting, but it's a living.
So I turn to Eileen. She just shrugs. She pulls out another slice.
No job and no excuse like studying. Guess I'm a slacker like a priest. Except I don't have the guts to make sugar daddies.
Given her apartment, it's a surprise that she could afford to live in that area and pay her tuition at the same time.
Yeah, I thought she was loaded some. No job and no excuse like studying. Guess I'm a slacker like a priest. Yeah, I definitely thought she must have had something going on because that apartment
She could
was
still be
nice.
loaded.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Who needs sugar daddies when you're an heiress? Oh boy.
I mean, if she's doing stuff like taking trips to Europe with her family, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Not to be classist or anything, but I know
Fuck
I've
the
never
rich.
taken a trip.
Eileen, you're the problem. You and your family trips to Europe.
I don't know, man. I have to admit, I am envious of how she seems to have her life together. I've never met someone so independent, yet doing such a good job at it. Wallace momentarily bringing his phone up to check the time spurs Caprice into action. Her twisting about in her seat and fussing around with her coat draped over the back takes everyone's attention.
I sense a lack in conversation.
Caprice? She finally rights herself after a few moments, her own phone proudly in hand.
Let's exchange phone numbers. As a club, we have to stay in contact.
I quickly turn to grab my phone while Caprice tries to talk a very reluctant Wallace into going along with her plan. His dreary look makes me feel a little sorry for him, especially as he cracks and gives up.
He looks so thrilled. That's just me. That's my default resting bitch face right there.
But at least she and I are already sorted. It wasn't long after we met that Caprice asked to exchange contact details with me. I take my phone in hand and look to Eileen instead, who looks up from eating with little interest. Don't want to? You don't want? It's fine. You don't have to have numbers. She just shrugs. I feel myself deflate a little from the excitement of earlier, having overestimated how close we'd managed to become. Yep, that seems about right.
I don't really muse it much. Don't expect feet pics.
That was the last thing from my mind, but reading the room as she glances about, she reluctantly pulls out an ancient-looking flip phone. I can't help but stare in stunned silence at such a relic. Belongs in a time capsule.
It's not that weird, is it? I just never had it used for a fancy one. God, I'm so embarrassed.
Wow, you really look embarrassed. But it's definitely weird. I was gonna try to get everyone on this group message app too, but someone has to be a freaking boomer over here.
What's wrong with calling? You know, that thing phones were made for? They're not even phones anymore, they're just mini computers. Social media? More like anti-social media. Okay.
But, wow, I didn't realize she was so boomer. Thoughts I had of possibly messaging Eileen start to vanish. I can't imagine her actually wanting to text anyone with that thing, and even the idea of calling somebody fills me with anxiety, so, yeah. As for Eileen, I think I might have inadvertently disappointed her by not tempering Caprice's reaction. With a quiet falling over the table, we end up concentrating on our cooling pizza or something, rather than our phones.
So, I was right? Best pizza place? Out of the one pizza place that you've been to?
At least Caprice's endless enthusiasm and bright nature come in useful sometimes. The mood instantly lifted.
You were right.
I can't believe those words came out of Eileen's mouth. Towards Caprice. Wallace gives a thumbs up as he tries to grab some cheese coming off the slice he's working on. They don't skimp on the toppings, do they?
Alright, listen up everybody. My first executive decision as club president. Coming here is now a regular event, and from now on, everyone except for me has to pay.
Yeah, don't try your luck. You've got my art room and a warm body for the numbers you needed. That's it.
Oh, so cold.
I'll come here with you, don't worry, as long as I don't have to pay every time.
See, Allison's a true friend. She knows she can pay every time.
I didn't say that. She slips her arm around mine and pulls us together tightly. Not knowing how I should react, I end up nervously smiling while feeling myself flushing from the contact. I guess I'm just happy to hear her call me a friend.
At least you got Caprice with you as company during the day, for better or worse.
Come on, Eileen. You're not jealous, are you? you and I can hang out at the club room all the time now, too. Or, you know, you and just Allison can do that. Are you trying
What?
to make me... Are you trying to... What are you trying to say here?
What?
Nothing.
Caprice satisfies herself with pouting as she takes a big bite from her pizza. Eileen might have agreed to the club, but I do wonder if the two will ever really get along. It's probably for the best that I'll be around and mediate. Honestly, what if this game was actually a Caprice and Caprice and Eileen and not us? We're just Cupid.
We wind up having a third wheel with Wallace or something. The subversion that nobody wanted.
Yeah, that's the bad end.
Mhm.
I'm glad things turned out this way in the end. Something about Eileen feels different from my high school friends, or Caprice. Every time we become a little closer, feels like a small victory. As Caprice grins at me, I realize that I'm smiling widely. I guess things really did turn out well.
Hey, Eileen.
Yes.
How do you say cheers in Germany?
Do you mean cheers in German? Usually Prost. Why?
That would be Prost. Prost. Pronunciation. Allow me to get this correct. How to pronounce Prost in German, Romanian, Swedish, etc. Males from Germany.
Prost.
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 I am not gonna get... Okay. It's fine.
You give it a good try.
Prost.
She looks suspicious until Caprice raises her glass of lemonade. The other side of the table groans loudly, but I've
Prost.
already begun to lift my glass in preparation, now left awkwardly dangling in midair.
Prost.
Or dangling in midair.
Prost.
So no one wants to cheer. Cool.
We're not doing this.
Come on, this is a celebration, right?
Wallace, help me out here. Playing the Switzerland card. I'm not even in the club, remember? Since we're talking about Germany. Get it?
You're still here I'm clearly drunk. You're still here celebrating, though. See, Allison's in for it. She's got her glass raised.
I regret it. That's one way to drag me into this. All I can do is awkwardly smile and apology as the others premised. I'm sorry, I'm a people pleaser. While they might hesitate to follow our diminutive new leader, Wallace and Eileen begrudgingly lift their glasses in solidarity with me. Even if her enthusiasm might not be matched, there is some sense of camaraderie between us all. As I raise my glass, I realize that a familiar feeling is no longer weighing me down. For the first time in a long while, I don't feel the unease of loneliness.
Can't relate.
In the end, maybe that's enough for me to toast this new club and the friends in it.
To our new art club, prostitution.
Prostitution. Oh my god, I hate everyone here.
Sugar daddies.
OnlyFans!
Sex workers are people too.
Oh, this is cute. How many acts are there?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
How many acts are there? Are there only 2 or 3?
I think there's 3, maybe 4? 3, I think. I didn't catch. Does this start? That's at Act 2, right?
Yeah.
All right, everyone out.
Caprice and I step out into the busy sidewalk per Eileen's orders. The chatty girl leaning through the passenger door as Eileen tries to get the car going again. Giving the long stretch to help my stiff back, I do my best to keep out of her way. After news of Eileen's owning a car leaked out,
Reese's mind immediately set about organizing the art club's first outing. Inspiration for our art, she called it, but it was obviously an excuse to hang out. With things having gone this awry, I feel a little bad for going along with the idea despite Eileen's reluctance.
3x. Yeah, 3x.
Their investigations apparently coming to nothing, Caprice rights herself as the car falls silent. Eileen closes the door behind her with some force before plodding around to us, frustration written all over her face.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta make sure. Things haven't gone this awry. Oh, okay, so something was wrong with the car. I wasn't sure if I was missing something while I was Googling how many X. Looks like the engine won't idle at all. Serves me right for buying secondhand.
Know why it's not working?
No idea. Should probably text Wallace. He's an engineer or something. He can probably fix it. That's not what I do.
Yeah, I bet he would say that. He looks a little sheepish for not having the answer on hand, but I can't say I blame her. As the two of us mull over our options, we become distracted by Caprice and her wide grin. He has a plan cooked up already, for better or worse.
Wallace is some kind of computer guy, right? We'll just break into a new car and have him hotwire it.
I don't like that idea. That's probably not what he does.
What are you smiling about now?
I've got this. Just stay right here. I gotta make that phone call. You two don't have too much fun without me.
What? Eileen and I promised at each other in unison. But Caprice then sat down the street before either of us had checked. Giving her phone in her pocket as she wipes, she puts 20 people around her while unbothered by the items inside.
Diva, are you being too comfortable right now? You're getting quieter each time you speak.
Shit!
I told you, game is only comfy. You cannot be physically comfy.
It's just my ear. Hold on.
You are not allowed the happiness for the sake of audio.
I'll just use my other earbud. I'm gonna cheat the system again. I think it worked last time, right?
Well, yeah, I don't remember what you did, but whatever you did last time, I could hear you, so yes. You did some
Okay,
sort
how
of
do I
petty
sound?
victory.
Do I sound good?
Smug and louder, yes.
Yeah. I was laying on my right side using my right earbud. So now I took out the right earbud, I'm using my left one.
Another thing to put on your resume. Yeah, this one time I couldn't lay down on my bed that I wanted to, so I did some critical thinking and cheated the system. I'd be like, okay,
Truly.
did you do that
Big
at a
brain.
job ever? It's like, nope, just in my day-to-day life, which is obviously more impressive.
I'm truly big braining this, okay? I have a specific set of skills. The background hum of people chatting and cars passing by takes over once again as we find ourselves at loose ends.
Not like we could go anywhere else anyway.
You're not gonna try to stop her?
Think she'd listen to me if I tried.
No, I don't. That's a fair point. Both of them are rather stubborn, so I suppose it's inevitable they'd clash sometimes. That's a good way to think about it. They're alike! On the bright side, of all the places to break down, here isn't so bad. The weather's not too chilly, and it's nice to observe people sometimes. Especially when they're bundled up in cute winter outfits. Look at all these ladies! Some city workers in the distance are already beginning to set up the downtown Christmas tree, providing some entertainment for the people walking by as they struggle with the unwieldy thing.
We're so gonna kiss in front of that Christmas tree.
Bet. Things will change as last-minute Christmas shoppers and sale hunters start rushing around, But right now, it's a pleasant atmosphere. Turning back to Eileen, she doesn't seem as content to patiently pass the time, people watching as I am.
I'm gonna go grab a coffee. Want one?
I'm fine. Probably having a bit too much of it lately.
You take that back right now.
Oh, okay. I'll walk with you. I can walk with you.
No such thing as too much coffee. I don't need you to come. I just need you to understand that what you said is basically illegal.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. As I shake my head at her offer, Eileen simply shrugs and begins strolling down the road in the opposite direction to Caprice. Rather than dance around the crowd, people make way for Eileen as she moves, her gaze fixed and noticeably taller than most. Ah, so tall. With little to do now but watch the car, I hop into my gloved hands a couple of times to try and warm them. At least the aquarium should be warmer, if we ever manage to finish up the trip there. Oh, we were going to the aquarium. Did they say that?
I don't remember them talking about any of this, if I'm honest. I didn't think I was that tired, but the trip to the pizza place and now an aquarium, I do not remember ever discussing.
Yeah, that was the first thing they said. It was for inspiration, a trip for inspiration, but it didn't say it was true an aquarium. Just as I'm about to settle in and watch the passing crowds, the phone in my pocket begins to vibrate and ring. Not sure who it could be, I quickly grab for it. Oh, Otosan. Without a second thought, I swipe my finger on the screen to pick up the call. Dad, hi.
Well, hey, sweetie, it was good to hear your voice again. How are things?
The sound of the crowds fades away as I listen to him, comfortable warmth coming over me as I feel insulated from their gazes and focused on the conversation. Things are good, I guess.
Ah, well, shucks. I haven't caught you at a bad time, have I? I could call back later.
No, just out with friends. He gives his usual weird laugh. Sounding more like air moving through closed teeth than as opposed to open teeth than a normal full-bellied chuckle. It never fails to make me smile all the same, though. What's that about?
Oh, it's just a relief to hear that. We've all been worried about you finding new friends after such a big change, and what with changing schools and moving out, and having your whole future to figure out in the span of like a few months, and needing to figure out your schooling as well as your job, maybe finding out who you want to live with, marry for the rest of your life, all that kind of stuff in the span of a couple of years. New environments, new people, no sort of fallback or any sort of comfortable things to get used to.
Yeah, excuse me, Dad. I think I'm just gonna throw myself in front of some cars now. Thinking to the people I've met in school, I guess I really have. Caprice pulled me into her orbit. Wallace seems nice and caring for all his intimidating size. And then there's Eileen. You picked up on the long pause, and then there's Eileen. They're caring in all their ways. It's funny how art seems to have drawn us all together, each in a different way. Before I respond, I vaguely hear my mother's voice in the background.
That's my wife. That's your mom. She said to ask if things are going okay at home.
Everything's good. Rose has been a big help with everything.
Yeah, that's what I tell her. I say, Rose is a friend. She'll be fine. I know you don't like us rough country types. She's
awakened things in me.
Oh. Okay. Honey, you were right. Yeah, you were right. I didn't think Rose would.
I meant my sense of wanting to be a cool adult. What are you talking? What? What
Yep.
are you talking about?
Scratch that. Ignore that one. Huh? It's fine. But nothing. No developments here.
What? I guess that's not really canon. Like she already knows that she's gay.
She
but, like,
seemed. She was having some thoughts before.
Yeah. That's vastly understating things. If it weren't for her, I don't know where I would have, or how I would have coped, and how much progress I would have made on the gay. Not just for the constant housework and errands, but also for being away from everyone and everything I knew before. Some of that's good. I might still have my ups and downs, but the last thing I want to do is stress them out over me.
Well, that's good to hear. Hopefully it'll take a bit of the stress off of a certain someone. Tell Rose hello for us if you remember.
Is the certain someone the mom?
I feel like it. Yeah, actually, it probably is probably is the mom.
Can do. How's everyone there?
Your brothers are a pain in the ass like always, for one. You know, I keep hitting them with a crowbar in the head, but for some reason that doesn't help.
Oh my.
I can't feel my legs!
Shigaraki. Was that a Shigaraki fruit? Oh, maybe not. What were you referencing?
I have no idea. Southern parents. I don't know. Nothing in particular.
Okay. Right on cue, one of them loudly complains in the background. You just hear, Dad!
As you can tell, he's saying, oh, he's got blunt force head trauma, and now he can't use his right arm, and I just say, no, that's because you're playing too many of them damn video games, but he pulls up all these fancy sheets with, like, scientific results. He's just a bother.
Okay, how's Lucy?
He's like, you know what? As comfortable as it was there, maybe it was a good idea that I got out.
Yeah, maybe I was right to leave, be away from everything.
Oh, same as always. She's sleeping in the other room.
Speaking of which, my mom's calling me now. Holy crap.
Oh,
One
Lord.
moment.
Hello, Mother Fair.
I can't help but laugh imagining it. My mom exasperated with my cat.
Anyway, we're getting by. It ain't the same without you, though.
In a whispered voice, he continues.
It's hard to get a moment's peace around here. Make sure to give your mother a call sometime, okay? And don't tell your brothers, but you're the favorite.
Oh, thanks. I'll call her, don't worry.
Atta girl. Anything worrying you? Anything on your mind?
Well, there's this girl. Honey, you were right again.
I know that bet. We might settle the bet after all. Hold, please. Go on.
No, things are good. There's this girl. Her name's Caprice. She convinced us to go out today, and the car is stuck. The engine died.
Scratch that,
And
honey.
stranded.
Bet's still on.
I realize my mistake the moment I answer, having spoken just a little too quickly to make it seem natural. My mind starts to replay embarrassing situations I've been in, the constant concerns and worries of living alone, the loneliness. Dad's calming voice cuts through, interrupting my spiraling thoughts.
Eugene, you get back in your cell! Alright, I better let you get back to your friends. Your brothers are on the loose again. I hope I'm not keeping you away.
Well, I'm alone. My friends left me. I don't know where. Eileen went to get coffee, and I don't know where Caprice is. I think she's dead.
So you're out alone in the snow.
Yep. People are staring at me. But I'm just happy to hear you again.
You know, I could have sworn that you said this was gonna help you, and so you don't get the hose. He's loose. We miss you too, sweetie. Christmas around here will be a lot warmer once you're back for the holidays. We're gonna miss you at Nana's this year.
Oh, I really can't wait to see all of you again.
I've been looking forward to it too. Love you, Allison. Nona's really excited to show you her social media account.
No, I'll be sure to like and subscribe. I love you too. Bye.
Alright, boys, you asked for this.
A few seconds pass before the familiar beeping of the ended call tone rings in my ear. Yeah, I probably did the right thing moving away. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Just stay. Putting away the phone, I feel like I should be happy to have spoken to my family again. I couldn't be any further from what I feel, though. The horrible lump in my throat only gets worse as I stare down glumly at the dirty snow on the sidewalk. My heart hurts. The taste of my mother's food, my old bedroom, all the friends I left behind when I went to this college, my cat, they all come flooding back. It's just homesickness. I've dealt with this before, and more than once. The fact it'll pass doesn't help right now, though. Noticing Eileen through the crowd, coffee cup in hand as she sips away, I take a long breath and try to steady myself. I don't want to look weird in front of her, getting all sulky in the middle of the street. That was quick.
No, actually, I tried to kill as much time as possible. I was done like 5 minutes ago, but I heard your comment. Anyway, cavalry's here too.
What? What? She jerks her head towards the top of the street in answer to my confusion. Police frantically waves to flag someone down, their little car sliding into a parking spot not far from where Eileen's ended up. It looks well cared for, despite its age.
Oh. Another character. Okay. Okay.
Interesting. All Eileen and I can do is stare as the driver opens the door and steps out. I'm more than a little surprised when I recognize her as being another student from college. Of course Caprice has tons of friends.
Fucking Najimi looking ass over here. Don't worry, guys. I have just the person to call.
What looking ass?
Najimi from Komi-san. Najimi, right? Who is like friends with everyone in school or whatever.
Oh,
everybody's best friend.
Oh yeah.
Genderless Najimi.
Yeah, is that? It probably is. It's just been a while since I've read Komi-san. Najimi. Okay, I was singing in my head as Najimi.
I don't know. Maybe it is Najimi. I don't know.
She looks to be about our age, despite her ladylike appearance. Her tall figure dressed in a smart trench coat and scarf. I bet that trench coat has like a 200 IQ. It's so smart. It's quite a fashionable look. Hardly who I expected to arrive.
Smart trench coat. Okay, it took me a second. Sorry, I'm too slow for that. It's like, why would the trench?
It wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. I didn't feel proud when I said it, but I said it anyway. it gave me very careful, Chad.
Oh my god, yeah, that's exactly. Oh, it was clearly in character. It wasn't you. It was in character for Allison, trying to compliment a pretty girl. Oh. Yeah, like, you better be careful around that trench coat. It might strangle you, and it's because it's so smart. It's smarter than you. Don't play chess against it.
Oh, I'm so dumb. As Caprice excitedly chats to her, I feel myself shrinking behind Eileen with a little out of shyness. She looks much more apathetic about the whole affair, simply taking a long sip of her coffee. Getting on Eileen's good side made me forget how unsociable she could be.
That's cute that we think we're close enough to shrink behind Eileen, who clearly does not feel the same. Ta-da!
Absolutely.
Found a mechanic right nearby.
I feel a little sheepish for assuming the worst of her little mission. Caprice seems to be very friendly with the woman, but it's hard to read much into that given Caprice's personality.
Hello, I'm Millie. The two of us are roommates. You know, roommates. Mechanic might be stretching things a bit far, but I should be able to help. And now, Millie, it's time for you to meet my art club. Introducing Eileen and Allison, roommates to be.
What? All I can do is give a weak smile as Eileen snorts in weary disapproval. Like you're not.
Roommates to be. Very funny, Caprice.
Well, like it or not, looks like we're part of this little, this adventure for good, and not gonna be roommates anytime soon.
Yeah, it's funny. I could have sworn there was already an art club. That one is garbage. Mine is a cool art club. So that's what you've been so happy about lately. Shame on me for thinking you were jealous of my position in the writing club.
Is that what all of this is about? Caprice wanted to be on level with her friend?
Roommate.
I guess it worked out. Roommate? I guess it worked out well for us anyway. She just wanted to impress her roommate. So, you're in charge of the writing club?
And you're gonna be able to fix our car? Highly unlikely. Yes, well, the current lead is graduating at the end of the semester, so he's handing the reins to me. Seems I made a good impression on him. Can't imagine why. Oh, it's probably because your trench coat's so smart. Ha!
You're so cool! And smart! And cool!
Okay, ignore her. The rest of the club doesn't get a say in this. That's how it works. I like to call it a stable line of succession. Oh, well, so you are British. Speaking of which, I must get back to writing. I was doing before that. I got a phone call and it's just, car issues. I'll pick this up ASAP. Get you right back up. Ship. Sure. Engine died without any warning. Managed to coast to the side of the road at least.
Eileen doesn't seem exactly taken with the situation. Millie's explanation of her being a writer, not explaining her ability to fix a car.
Yeah.
We don't have much option but to put our faith in her at this point. I thought it was going to be that she's like an engineer. She's the actual engineering.
So I'm guessing Caprice gave you the briefing. Need me to start the thing or something? Oh, let me!
Eileen narrows her eyes, but eventually sighs and chucks her keys at the girl. Caprice's momentary hesitation shows she expected that to work no more than I did.
Oh! Wow, okay, cool! Just remember, you break it, you buy it. Just don't go for a drive or something. I assure you, you haven't actually seen me angry yet.
Oh. The seriousness of her tone seems to penetrate a little, in more than ways than one. Of course, Caprice being Caprice, it doesn't take long for her to bounce back.
Now then, let's fix this thing! Right, let's have a look.
She gives us a confident smile before popping the hood. Caprice taking on the job of her assistant. To Millie's credit, she looks like a natural as she quickly moves this and that around about to peer inside.
Well, if you don't need us, that's not the right person. Alright, well, if you don't need us, we'll just go for a short walk, alright? Got it!
What?
You, me, that way.
Hey. The meaning of we becomes clear as Eileen puts a hand around my shoulder to direct me. Two of us walking off beside each other and leaving the two to their work.
What did I tell you? Roommates to be.
It feels a little weird to have Eileen's arm around my back and holding my shoulder as we walk side by side. Really weird. It's awful. It's totally awful. Even if it is to guide me, she takes a long while to let go. It's the worst. It's totally the worst thing that's ever happened to me. You sure you're alright leaving them alone?
Oh, not at all. Not like I can do anything to actually help, though.
I can do now is awkwardly laugh it off. I don't have the first clue on even day-to-day maintenance for a car after all. Maybe just staying out of the supposed mechanic's way might be it for the best. At least it broke the ice a bit, as I still feel a little unsure when I'm alone with her. I've never seemed to get a read on Eileen. Every time we talk, I end up getting caught in her pace. Even now, I'm not sure why she pulled me away to walk with her,
God,
or why
I
she
just
still
can't
got her arm around my phone.
Oh, I was like, God, I just can't get a read on that guy. Oh, he's a classic.
No, that's not quite true. She must have noticed me being depressed earlier, even if she isn't saying anything about it. Given how she also invited me over for dinner when I was hungry, it seems she really does care for me despite her stoic exterior. I'm probably like this stray cat that she's can't help but feel bad for. She drops her emptied coffee cup into a bin as we pass. I realize it's going to be up to me to raise the subject. So you saw me earlier, huh?
You did look a bit bummed when you got off the phone. Didn't want to bring it up if you didn't, though.
She left me to Joyce. She's so good at reading people. I miss talking to my family after so long. Sorry for being flustered.
Nothing to be sorry for. It's only natural. Your family seemed close. So, you're homesick, huh?
Sometimes. All the time.
Moving
Every
out?
day.
Sometimes, sure. Moving out for the first time is a big deal. You don't need to beat yourself up over feeling stressed.
Thanks. I thought I was doing okay, but when I heard my dad's voice again,
That reminded you of what you're away from?
I give a simple nod. She doesn't seem to be speaking in an overly soft or caring tone, but she is listening carefully. I appreciate it, really. She doesn't come off as patronizing. I can't imagine living alone. I have no idea how you do it. She gives an absent-minded shrug.
I'm not really fussed about that sort of thing. Besides, Wallace drops by sometimes, and you're welcome as well. It's good that you have a roommate to get along with, though. That'd help.
I get the feeling Eileen's circling around what she actually wants to say. As she looks to me, I think she realizes that the game is up. Two of us stopping as she turns in front of me.
We're all freshmen here, just in case you couldn't remember how old I was. You,
Yeah, thanks, I did.
you, me, Caprice. We're all away from our families and try to find our niche. If you want to talk or vent, we're around. Wallace told me you talked, so you have that big oof as well. That's it, I guess. Don't need to make a big deal out of it.
I might make a big deal out of it. I might have thought I didn't want to worry her, but her reassurances are more comforting than I'd guessed they'd be. Even as I manage to gather myself, I can't help but smile. I know it's a little bit selfish, but it's sort of nice to have someone worried over me. To my surprise, she brings her hand to my head and starts ruffling my hair.
Stopping my heart!
It's hard to read her expression as she does so, but I don't feel put off at all. Quite the opposite. Like literally the opposite.
I feel turned on! Oh god!
She pauses for a moment, face stuck.
I don't like the way you're looking at me right now.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry if you don't. I kind of.
This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's fine. I only just managed to slip the words out. My Tom smiled better at getting the message across. Taking the cue, she begins petting my head once more. I forgot how much I missed some simple physical interaction, as awkward as she might be about it.
Good. The feeling with no big Tidione song to pat your head. Why live?
Yep. Yep. Rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. Hug might be a bit more normal, but somehow it's hard to imagine Eileen doing that. Which means it's definitely gotta happen before the end of the game.
It's not a secret I'm not great at this kind of thing. Just keep what I said in mind, alright?
I will. Everyone's here to help me. I'll remember that. Removing her hand, Eileen and I start heading back towards the car side by side. It's easy for someone who's outgoing to comfort another. It feels somehow more sincere from a loner like Eileen, just making an extra effort for my sake.
Oh, just gotta chill. I feel like you might have insulted me.
Loner in a cool way, like a lone wolf. Somehow I feel a little warmer than I did before as we walk back. Maybe the weather's improved, but I doubt that's it. I guess you've had experience living alone, haven't you?
Me? Just moved out for college, same as you.
So we're in just the same situation, yet Eileen has everything so together that she can offer me help like this. Moreover, she's known so this entire time. I just sigh in defeat. She mentioned that she would really only miss her sister. She said something like her relationship with her parents is
Not
stretched
great.
thin or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured that might mean that she had been living alone from them, but no, she still lived at the
You
place
know,
before college, I guess.
alone to get no. What's the? I feel like there's a saying for like you're in the same place, but you're not really. I don't know, maybe not, but yeah. She was there, but they weren't like acknowledging each other. Also, I just spotted a big old spider web. 1 second, I'm gonna take that down while I see it. Okay.
Oh, that's fair. And you didn't see a spider though, so that's
No.
either good or bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
College has really driven home how everyone's different.
Sure has.
The reason for the dreariness in her voice becomes apparent as I follow her gaze. The priest happily bouncing out of the car and shutting the door as we stroll up. Everyone sure is different.
Life is great, you guys, all the time. Never be sad. Hey, guys.
The impromptu mechanic appears finished as well, righting herself and closing the hood after poking around inside. She absent-mindedly wipes the sweat off her forehead, leaving some grease on her face before realizing her error. Oh, it's actually in the picture.
Ah, very cute. Whoops. Well, it's fixed for now. Looks like the fuse went. Nothing major. I've done what I can out here, but it needs a proper fix back at the shop. This'll get you going, though.
Eileen's impressed look shared by me. Being so handy is a good trait to have, and she did come all the way here just to help us. And before Caprice was like, oh, she is handy alright. I don't know.
I'm impressed. Fixed cars before. I was about to recommend taking you to my dad's auto shop, actually. Your dad's shop is as good as any other. I'll sort something out this afternoon. This is where I'd shake your hand and thanks, but, you know.
Millie gives a self-deprecating smile in response. Caprice passes her a handkerchief from her pocket, which Millie quickly uses to wipe her hands. As
You
best she
guys
can.
have no idea how dirty these hands can get.
What?
Caprice, please. Hey, since you're already here, I'll let you all get on with your art club adventure. I have other things I need to do. Sorry. But have fun.
With that, we give our farewells to Millie as she heads back towards her car. Her momentary churlish grin towards the deflated Caprice doesn't go unnoticed.
One day I'm gonna make her kiss me in public.
Eileen snatches her keys back from the girl's hand, wasting no time in addressing the both of us.
Churlish. Rude in a mean-spirited and surly way.
That Caprice was the one that...
No, it was
who?
Millie. Millie smiled
gave
at
it
her like
clear
that when
restraint.
she saw Caprice deflate.
Ah. Haha.
Are we finally going to the aquarium?
Yep.
I don't know if I would be down to, like, continue a trip
Yeah.
after some amateur.
Risque.
Yeah. She beams brightly, her smile proving infectious. Only to me. Not Eileen. Turning to me, Eileen's emerald eyes stare into my own, checking my reaction after the day's events. As rough as she might be, Eileen really does care about others. She cares about everyone, which means she cares about no one. Let's go, Eileen. With this, she gives one of those few smiles she dares give. Feels like a reward to see them, and I find myself wanting to see them more and more. I knew we wouldn't be able to see the aquarium. I briefly wonder who's in the art room as I proceed along the second floor hallway. Well, less wonder and more hope.
Very subtle.
Caprice will be there, I have little doubt of that, but I'm starting to enjoy being around Eileen. Her paintings are so nice to see, and any time I manage to make her warm to me feels somehow rewarding.
Her paintings are nice, is she? Right.
Yeah. Only the paintings, nothing else. Me. Someone like Caprice smiles all the time, and the moment we sat beside each other in a biology lecture, my fate was sealed as she began chatting to me without prompting. Well, I don't mind that at all, finding her bubbly attitude uplifting, if a little overbearing. There's little about her that she keeps to herself. When Eileen gives praise, or even just smiles, it feels genuinely earned. I think that's the difference. Upon reaching the door and opening it, the otherwise empty room is filled with the greetings of a certain loud girl. Sitting at a table with a sketchbook in front of her, she takes a brief break from her work.
Good afternoon, Allison.
Oh, it's just you. Hi, you look cheerful as usual.
And you look really sad upon saying that it's just me. I know, Pooch, it's absurd.
That would be mi madre.
I'm super ready for today's art club meeting, but I see that your mom has other plans.
Yes, she does. I'll be back.
I'm going to run to the restroom and get water then.
I didn't read this, so. She pumps her fist as I walk in, earning a sincere if weary smile. I feel a little bad for my first reaction upon entering being disappointment, given her earnest sense of friendship with me. Striking it off, I pile my books onto another table and take a couple of pencils from the side of the table, which Caprice has commandeered. A glance at the sketchbook Caprice has been sketching in makes me stop in my tracks. That's really good. I had to look up at her and back down again, just to confirm that this was done by the same person. The casual doodles were cute, but she has a real talent for this stuff now that I see her more serious work. I never really questioned how much Caprice has practiced her art, now that I think of it. I'm left a little chastened for underestimating how much effort she puts into this hobby. What a bit to try a bit harder myself, I take a seat and open one of my notebooks. Flipping to a mostly empty page, I ponder for a moment before setting about sketching a cat. They were always a favorite subject to doodle. Still, everything's better than what I could do. I lose track of time as I start to get into it, trying to replicate Caprice's shading from memory. It's only when Caprice pipes up with another greeting that I take a break. Eileen strides through the doorway as I look up, giving a quick, perfunctory lead to the photographs. She looks barely awake, but given how tired she always looks, it's hard to say if it's any worse than usual. Don't look at my drawing! As we exchange greetings and Caprice gets back to her sketching, Eileen's eyes fall on my notebook. No! Without breaking stride, she turns on the ball of her high boots to take a detour from her easel and peer at my work. No, please. Spare me. Spare me. Eileen's figure looms above as she stands in front of me, fingers pressed to the top of my sketchbook as she looks down. It conjures up feelings I haven't felt since middle school, as if a student shrinking before her teacher.
Stare.
Please stop.
Haven't done this
This
in a
will
while.
break me.
Have you?
No more words needed. Sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You haven't? You haven't. You have the fundamentals right at least, which only comes with practice.
Her fingertip skates back and forth on the paper, pointing out this and that.
Dog shit, garbage, the worst.
She's the Gordon Ramsay of art.
Musculature looks off, but that's a pain at the best of times for animals. Try to draw from references instead of relying on what your mind thinks something looks like.
A weight feels as if it's been lifted from my shoulders. It's not exactly high praise, but the fact she's willing to give me pointers feels like validation.
You like... you like jazz? So...
Oh, I was taking that to falcons. So, you like cats?
I like cats.
I have one back home. Also, this cute little keychain on my phone.
Explains it. More of a dog person myself, really. Guess we'd never, make good roommates.
No, wait, please.
I can be a dog person!
Ever have one?
Woof!
Yeah, I can be a dog person. I like dogs.
Would have been nice, but my parents weren't interested in the idea.
Sounds like you and your parents don't get along very well.
We don't. The pet thing's nothing to do with it. They wanted me to go into one of their approved careers, and I didn't. So, I punched them.
No. Cool. She's an art student? Is that what it was? Or is she just doing this for fun?
No, I'm pretty sure she's an art student. That's why she's better than us.
Okay. Just had to be sure.
That's why she's like not really good or cares about math and stuff.
Right. Okay. Oh, I thought it would be something more complicated.
Sometimes things really are as simple as they seem.
Well, I'm sure this will work out eventually. Or not. I don't know. I'm not a therapist.
That's nice.
Yeah, I noticed. I sensed that tone shift and color shift and whatnot. I opened my mouth to respond, but the tone behind her words makes it clear that she considers this discussion over. The air goes cold between us, leaving me at a loss for words as my shoulders stomp in defeat. It's always 1 step forward, 2 steps back with this one. All I meant to do was cheer her up. As she steps over to another table and pulls off her coat, Priest gleefully fills the awful silence with her bubbly voice.
Hey, have you tried doing other stuff as well?
What do you mean?
You know, other kinds of art. There's oils, watercolor, pottery, fletching, sculpture.
I do both paint and do sketch work. Not like you need to keep one thing or another. I can get some pottery stuff if you want.
Eileen barely restrains herself from rolling her eyes.
By harassing the poor professor into giving you some kiln and kiln time and clay. It's not harassment, it's negotiating through annoyance and bullying.
Okay, I think I'll be fine for now. Eileen gives one final piece of advice as she turns toward the cupboard, taking advantage of the lull from Caprice focusing on her own work.
Don't worry about her, just keep at it. Practice might not make perfect, but it'll get you close.
I'm sure Eileen means well with her efforts at teaching, but it's a vast change to the way I used to draw as a kid and in high school, being little more than the occasional scribble when an idea struck. Barely having time to put pencil to paper, a clatter at the front of the room draws the attention of both Caprice and I. As Eileen fiddles, both of us get up to see what's happening.
What's up?
Standing up at the wooden cabinet at the front of the room, Eileen gives a couple more sharp tugs at the door with, oh my goodness, with all her usual gentleness before turning to Caprice. We're shoujo now, boys.
The door to the cabinet's locked. Nah,
Oh,
they never
wait,
lock it after
cabinet.
class.
I thought the door had been
Allison,
locked.
are you thinking that we were going to be trapped in here alone together in the classroom? Did you think that's
No,
what she
you're
was
here.
doing?
Well, since you're here, that trope would never work. She bounces over to Eileen and takes the handle in her group, giving it several pulls at various creative angles in case it's jammed. After one last try, hard enough to have her feet slipping on the floor,
No. Could you say that again? I didn't quite catch what you said.
as they face off, I take a look at the cabinet between them. It's a type of lock I've tried before, and not particularly high-end. Then again, I've never done this with two people peering over my shoulder.
Time to lockpick. Looks like I'm about to break the law.
Yeah. I mean, Eileen seems like someone who would think that's cool, right? Who knows? As they both looked at me, I realized there isn't any backing down now. Glancing out the door to make sure there isn't anyone listening in, I continue on. I could maybe try picking it.
You can do that? We're friends? You never mentioned that before. Oh, someone sure has a knack for skills that upstanding people shouldn't have. Stare.
Well, you know what they say. It's always the quiet ones. All I can do in response is wilt. I think it's not exactly wrong, even if I do like to think I only use such things when I should.
You don't really have much of an option. I think you can do it.
Accepting my fate, I get up and hold my hand towards them. I'll need a couple of paper clips.
On it.
Taking to my feet once more, Eileen and Caprice look more dubious than impressed.
So, are you the reason why bills have been going missing from my wallet?
No!
Well, did you get it?
A little more confident than Caprice, her face having been plastered right beside the lock out of curiosity as it worked, I take a long breath and reach out to the handle, giving it a timid tug. The relief in the room is palpable as the old door creaks open, revealing shelf upon shelf of supplies.
Awesome!
Caprice gives a tight hug from behind us in appreciation and excitement, leaving me to awkwardly laugh off the praise as Eileen starts picking her paints and brushes. As she rights herself and Caprice detaches herself from me, Eileen gives a couple of claps on the shoulder with her free hand.
Pat. You done good, kid. Or maybe up skills like that? And do I need to start keeping my wallet on a chain?
No, I just like learning things. I thought it would make me popular. It didn't. Taking interest in the conversation, Chris leans back towards us.
What kind of things? Other cool stuff like that? Should we call you to hotwire a car instead of Wallace?
Just things. Schoolwork wasn't too hard, so instead of studying, I ended up teaching myself stuff like how to pick blocks and tinker with different machines to keep myself occupied.
Jeez, brag about it. Seriously, way to stay home,
I realized-
Allison.
I realized as I was saying it, it sounded really pretentious, and I'm sorry.
Are you aware how sketchy that sounds as well?
Okay, it's not about doing bad things. They're just puzzles. The point is working them out, not getting free stuff.
You know there are actual
With great power
puzzles
comes
for
great
that.
responsibility. When I put it that way, I guess it is pretty useless to learn.
Not to mention
Yeah.
there are just things like actual puzzles, brain teasers, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's pretty funny to be saying right now, considering...
Priest nudges Eileen, who just raises an eyebrow. He makes a decent point.
We have a living and breathing puzzle among us.
Hoping that no staff were around and noticed what just happened, I throw the twisted paper clips into the bin before heading to the table. Priest takes to hers, and Eileen sits herself at her easel. Without further ado, we each set to work. It's a nice atmosphere, with the three of us working away at our own little projects. I'm not sure sketching cats in a notebook really counts as much of a project, but having friends around makes it somehow more meaningful. With winter setting in, I find myself settled in for the evening on the couch watching a movie on the television, a blanket draped over me to try and keep me warm. Rose still isn't back from work, and with the garbage taken out and washing up done, probably won't hurt to take things easy for the rest of this evening. A loud ping comes from beside me, my hand automatically reaching for the phone sitting on the couch in response. Probably Rose saying she'll be late, doing me to microwave noodles for dinner again. Or perhaps not. I don't recognize the number or user avatar at all.
Is
I
this
don't even know what I'm
Allison?
looking at. I don't know what I'm looking at for that avatar. It looks like a person, maybe an eye. I barely consider saying no, but that would be mean. I could barely make out their picture, beyond what I think to be yellow hair. I don't even know any blondes besides Eileen and Millie, and the latter's unlikely to be messaging me. Eileen?
Wallet. Oh, wait. Did we say... No, she had an old phone, but she could still text. She just didn't. She preferred calling. Well, let's help me set this thing up.
Let's look at your profile pic. It really freaked me out.
I took a photo when I was setting it up.
Find any nice apps yet?
I haven't tried looking. I don't really get it.
I can't help but giggle a little. I'm happy she's making the effort, when she made it clear she wasn't interested before. I'll help you with it tomorrow.
That'll be good. Thanks. Sorry if I type slowly. This keyboard is weird.
Practice makes perfect, like someone wise once told me.
About that. Wanted to say sorry about the parents thing. I was too touchy.
Oh, it's okay. Wasn't really my business.
Life doesn't always have a happy ending. Things don't work out, and that's that.
You still have to try, though. People are good. Oh, Allison. Oh, Allison.
just need to have faith. At least, that's what I think.
I don't get you at all.
I think that goes both ways.
Ah, I see.
No
Who you texting? Wiggle
Nothing.
eyebrows.
No one. What's texting? Taken completely unawares, I leap off the couch and spin around, barely keeping a hold of the phone in my hand. When did you get in?
Oh, just now. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
I let out a long breath to steady myself as my heart slowly returns to its normal pace. Rose just grins churlishly as she walks off to hang up her coat. Everyone's grinning churlishly at everyone today. All the roommates are grinning churlishly at their roommates today. Roommates back. Catch you tomorrow.
See ya.
With that, I tap the side button to lock the phone once more, staring at Rose, putting it on the counter beside me.
Someone looks happy.
That's just my face. All I can do is grimace with my face becoming flushed from embarrassment at her bullying. Thanks to my cheeks mildly hurting, I can tell she isn't wrong.
I mean, it does me good to see you managing to get yourself a social circle and all.
Oh god, you too? You were worried too?
Can you blame me? No guys around, no friends, always being so nervous. You changed a lot. Now I imagine you're surrounded by guys.
I guess Eileen was right. Everyone really is there for me. Rose isn't wrong either. I do have friends now. Not all the guys. And the art club's starting to become a welcome little slice of familiarity in the campus. Caprice, the one boy in my life, Wallace, Eileen, everyone's really nice to me. Yet it's Eileen I can't stop thinking about. Behind that cold exterior of hers, there's a genuinely kind person. I just can't stop thinking about it. What's with that face?
Nothing. Gonna come eat or play with your phone all day. I mean, I know which one you'd rather do, but...
I need food to live.
Exactly.
With the sun beginning to set, Eileen and I say our goodbyes to Caprice before heading out into the hallway. Calming Caprice down after she gets a bright idea feels like trying to stifle a shaken soda can after opening it. She might still be brimming with energy, but the two of us leave the art club's room utterly deflated.
We should have just joined the normal art club. You know, the one which isn't led by a maniac.
Didn't she said she always turned them down, though. I wish I could get to them to see eye to eye more often. Caprice did say she's doing all this for Eileen's sake as much as her own, and she's far too straightforward to be lying about that. It's difficult to push back on Eileen, though, given how prideful a person she is. I seem to attract strong-willed friends. Maybe that says more about me than them. She is a lot. She means well, though.
Maybe it's not so bad if you're around to keep her occupied.
All I heard is it's not so bad if you're around.
Oh, allow me to repeat myself. To keep her occupied, you need a reason to be near me.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I was actually thinking this might be a little fun adventure. I wanted to thank you for making all of this work out. She makes an exquisitely awkward face, caught between my thanking her and the idea of having to share her room with us, and anyone else Caprice manages to rope in from now on. I just smile as we start down the quiet hallway, Eileen taking a look out the window. Her gaze lingers for just a just that little longer than usual, the snow once again having started falling outside. I can't blame her, given how pretty it looks.
Damn, gonna be shoveling snow again. What a pain. Don't you live in an apartment complex on like the 3rd floor? Why are you shoveling snow?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe she,
Guess
like,
maybe
around
for,
her car,
I was just gonna
wherever
say
they
maybe
park.
for a car park. I guess.
She really is the sentimental type.
Did I say something wrong?
I was just thinking, you don't seem to have a very romantic view of the world, being an artist.
Is there much good about winter?
Oh, being back with family, all the pretty snow around, people in cute jackets and coats, holidays, people in cute jackets and coats, holidays.
Is there much good about winter?
People in cute. I end up trailing off. Eileen hardly looking swayed as I count my favorite things about the season on my fingers.
Holidays are the problem. Everywhere's starting to close up or shut down for the new year already. I want to keep practicing instead of loafing around, but the life drawing classes are over and all the student modeling offers have dried up.
Oh, is this where we offer to be your model? We really do go
Paint
me
me
like one of
like
those
one
French
of your
girls.
French girls, indeed.
I have seen notices for those on the notice boards around campus, with students and others making a little cash on the side by modeling for artists. Those same notice boards have become much more bare over the last month.
I find it hard to believe that students would pay another student to model for them. I feel like that'd be, that would not happen. I feel like they'd do it for friends or something, or like expose or some shit. I find it very hard to believe that they'd actually pay one another. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't go to college.
I never was at an art club, so I don't know either. I feel sorry for her, given she takes her painting so seriously. I was so caught up in wanting to be back with my family that I didn't think about how it'd be for her, especially when she doesn't get along with others. Are we gonna bring her home for Christmas? That's another possibility.
Ho ho ho. If that's gonna happen, I need to stop with her dad's ad-libbing, because that is not gonna fly for if we actually go home and see like the most normal family.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, I should probably put a stop to that, because that might happen. Who knows?
Oh boy. As we walk along the hallway, I realize this might present an opportunity, a chance for me to help oh my gosh, you really will, to help Eileen and be a part of her painting, instead of simply watching her from afar.
Just start stripping in the hallway.
Can you be like one of those French girls? I'm not completely sure about this, but my obvious scheming has already caught Eileen's eye. I really should see the Titanic movie at some point, at least, if I'm
never
gonna
seen
keep
it.
making that quote.
Ah.
No, I've never seen the Titanic.
I mean, it is like 4 hours.
Is it really?
Yeah, I remember we had it. I doubt we still have it back home. We had it on VHS for some reason, and it was split across 2 VHSs. So, Titanic.
I mean, I know what happens. I know.
Oh, it's only 3 hours 14. I could have sworn it was.
Okay. That's still longer than the
Okay, wait,
Avengers
extended
Endgame.
edition. 310. That's what, 60, 120, 180, 240. No, that's not. Is that what? Do we have the extended edition? Hold on. Is that the same one? Sorry, keep reading. Let me see this.
Oh, okay. If it'd be helpful, I mean, maybe I could do it. I'm not a professional model, but I have a
Apparently
face
Sorry,
and a
there's
body.
a Titanic 2. That's only 9.
There is?
Yeah, I don't think that this is actually like by James Cameron or anything. But What is this?
James
Yeah.
Cameron directed a Titanic movie?
Oh yeah, that was like what let him just do whatever the fuck he wanted to afterwards, I'm pretty sure. He made Titanic, and then it became the biggest movie ever because of fucking... It just did, I guess. And then people were like, okay,
Man.
well, he's probably good at stuff, and then he made Avatar, which was the biggest movie ever. So people were like, you know, just let him do whatever the fuck, like, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, he did Titanic. And then Shane Van Dyke did Titanic 2, which I doubt is a thing, because 1 star on IMDb, 90 minutes, probably just a real big stupid movie, but
Another boat sank?
I can't imagine it being good. It's 3 hours 14 for the regular.
That really goes to show how little I knew about the production of the movie. I knew Pink Like One of Your French Girls. I knew about the car scene. I think that's from the Titanic, with the handprint inside the car. Maybe. Is that a...
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, cool. I was starting to doubt myself when you didn't say anything.
No,
So
yeah.
is that...
I guess it's just
And
3
then
hours
I know-
14. I really thought it was like actually 4 hours. Original Titanic movie was 6 hours long. I think maybe there is an extended edition or something, but I'm not finding anything concrete. But yeah, long movie.
How is it 6 hours?
The original cut? I have no idea. Just because he probably shot more than he needed and such. Lots of stuff of people dying on the boat or something. Why am I doing
Yeah,
this? How did we get here?
No, it's because we keep making the Pink Like One of Your
okay.
French
Right,
Girls,
right.
but like, I'm still like, it does surprise me that the movie's even 3 hours long, because that it is just the two people meet on a boat and it sinks, right?
That is the story.
And
People
I
meet
didn't
on
know,
boats
like,
and
I
it
guess
sinks.
it's maybe the majority of them falling in love and making you really care. Maybe that's why you have to really
I'll
care about them.
watch it and find out.
Oh man. God, that'll be a thing I do at some point. Yeah. I did read this already.
Right, you're talking about having a face.
Yes, I have a face and a body. I can probably be a
And do you
model,
like- do you
a
like
low
this
budget
body,
one.
your face? Is it your height, maybe? You know, I'm not sure what kind of models you're into, but
Is it aesthetically pleasing if nothing else? At this, Eileen stops and turns to me. Does she not like my face or my body? You just need me to stand around and be a model, right?
there's not a lot to it. This will be live modeling, you know? I don't want to give you the wrong idea.
Live modeling as opposed to what? It's the opposite of live modeling.
I guess this means she's gonna be naked from the sounds of it.
Oh, really? Oh. It doesn't. Oh, why do they just call it nude modeling? I thought it was nude modeling.
Live modeling. Art. Life. Art. Oh, I guess because it's like the art of a live model. Yeah, life
They're
drawing
all
classes
alive.
use nude models to teach students how to produce art that features human figure. A lot of people go together, there's nothing sexual about it, it's very educational, positive, there's nothing being it's just naked in the middle of that mess, so we're not gonna make jokes on it very easily. Gives you confidence. Yeah, I guess that's just, live modeling is also, I guess maybe nude modeling is like too crude or something. But yeah, you search live modeling art and it's all
But
just-
that was a warning. Warning nudity. So say there's nude modeling. I don't know. Maybe I'm nitpicking on that.
You're just
too
such a
much.
prude, Diva. Goodness.
No, I thought I was being the opposite of prude. I thought that by saying just say nude modeling, the reminder does make me hesitate. I know there's nothing sexual about it, but I'd be standing without clothes on as she looked at me, analyzing my whole body. Maybe I should have thought about this. Eileen herself doesn't look fussed, though she rarely does. She seems content to let me come to a conclusion myself as she stands it out, but my body language soon gives away what I'm thinking.
Sorry if I made you uncomfortable. I can just work on other studies instead. It's fine.
No, I mean... Oh, she did mention herself that she's done this before. It'd simply be another method of practicing painting for her. She's so professional. I can totally be professional. Would it be in your apartment or something?
Yeah.
Okay, not the way I thought I'd be naked in your apartment. It's fine. She looks rightly surprised I'm still considering this. If it was anyone else, I don't think I could do this. For Eileen, though... It's fine. I'll do it.
We are officially getting painted like a French girl.
Heck yeah. Was that bunny always there? Isn't that
Were
cute?
those boobs always there?
Oh, that painting in the back? No, I
Yeah,
don't think
over
it
her
was.
shoulder. Just so you know, this is what I usually draw. Look, she has abs. Do you have abs?
Oh. Alright, well thanks Eileen, it's been great. I gotta go. We set down our coats as we enter her apartment, the bright light giving such a different look to her living room compared to mine. As for Eileen herself, I don't get how she isn't exhausted at all after a walk like that from school.
God, I climbed one hill. I'm done.
Try as I might to distract myself, something feels off no matter how I try to ignore it. Painting live models is probably totally normal for an artist like Eileen, so I don't bother saying anything as she sets down her coat.
Want a drink or something? A little something to take the
Alcohol
edge
would
off?
probably make this easier,
Yeah.
but I'm fine, thanks, underage and all that.
Suit yourself. I'll grab my stuff. Just make yourself comfortable.
She walks off to get her easel and paints as I nod. Without much else to do as she disappears into another room, I idly look around while taking off my own coat and gloves, and eventually the rest of my things. Her apartment hasn't been cleaned up this time, which is an interesting change. Beyond the easel with the finished painting still sitting on it, a few colorful fashion magazines like lie on the coffee table, your mug left sitting around. Pooch, please stop staring at me.
Pooch,
Stop sneezing on me.
Gee.
No! No!
Attack,
Please.
Pooch.
Attack
Attack with love.
He just sat like a foot away from me and started staring at me, and I knew he was getting ready to pounce. Like for no reason.
Good, Pooch, good.
Her apartment has to be. Oh, I already read this. You didn't change it. I'm just being attacked. Stop it!
Don't, Pooch, continue.
Go, move.
Stay, Pooch,
Move.
stay. Don't move. Stay.
Go.
Pooch,
Go!
stay.
Why won't you listen to me?
Because he knows that I am correct, Pooch. Stay.
Okay, he's gone. On the couch, a couple of crumpled t-shirts and an old pair of jeans lie strewn over the back and arm. What catches my eye most, however, is the resident who looks very comfortable on the other end of it.
You're right, the bunny wasn't
Is
here
it the
last
bear?
time. It's the bunny.
Yeah! Oh, I meant bunny. I said bear. Without thinking, I walk over and pick him up. What a cute little guy he is. Oh my god, he's even cuter in the real and the close-up! Particularly the large stuffed rabbit, big enough to need two hands to hold comfortably. But well made and adorably designed, it's obviously a little well loved by now. Well, that's a nice way of saying, like, worn out. It's well loved. I like that. I'm sure I'd have noticed such a thing if it were around from the last night came for dinner, so it must have been stuffed into her bedroom or something. Noticing movement out of the corner of my eye, I turn and look up. Eileen simply stares at me, face flat as she holds a bag of supplies in her hand. I really shouldn't have just gone and started fiddling with her stuff. That was rude. Sorry. It's really cute. She puts her bag down and sighs, giving me a bit of relief that she isn't angry. Silently, she strides over and takes the toy from me as I offer it to her. Why are you coming back? I already told you to go!
Stay, Pooch. Come closer.
Go.
Stay. My sister gave it to me when gave it to me to keep me company when I moved out.
I'm disappointed by how little emotions in Eileen's voice when she says so, but those thoughts quickly disappear. She gently sets down the rabbit where it had been. She takes care to set it down gently, with a quick brush of its fur. That momentary smile as she steps back and looks at it warms my heart. It only lasts for a second, but her face is unmistakably that of a child, one taking care of their favorite companion.
Hazen.
I call it Haza.
So Eileen does have a cute side to her. It's all of her. I somehow feel a bit less wound up about everything now. She's not that different to me in the end.
She's just a person.
She's just a person, except cooler and hotter.
And
As
about
she
to see
turns
me
away.
naked.
And about to see me naked. That's probably the most important part in this. But as she turns away, I remember the task at hand. So,
I'll just set up these on canvas, and I'll have everything ready.
should I take my clothes off then? Like now? She's about to answer before pausing for a moment. Whereas I might try to stifle my awkwardness, and dressing in front of someone else is still weird.
It's a problem. You can grab a towel. I can make do.
Feeling more than a little sheepish, I glance, I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah. Feeling more than a little sheepish, I glance around to be more sure of my surroundings. The blinds are shut as they were before, and the door is still locked, so I'm not sure what I expected. Maybe the silence is putting me off, the apartment being set so far back the road, unlike mine. I want to say that I'm fine, but I can't quite get over this stumbling block of being bared in front of someone. Meeting halfway will have to do for now. As Eileen sets her previous painting on the kitchen counter, I pop into the bathroom. My heart's practically in my mouth as I reappear in the room with a towel wrapped around me, precious little being covered as I take my place before her. Should I stand like this, or... She looks at me for a few moments in serious thought. It's a little interesting how quickly her demeanor changes to that of a painter carefully considering how best to use my body as an artistic prop. I'm a prop, that's a thought.
Try turning around so your back's towards me.
My thoughts are in a haze, unable to let go of how exposed I am. All I can do is nod and dutifully do as she says.
Yeah, that's good. Keep your head like
Not like that!
And maybe let your arms hang down.
Like this? Like this?
Yeah. Stay just like that.
I need an adult! I give a nod, trying to relax as much as I can. That isn't saying much, though. No other sound in the room as she starts sketching me out, the pencil scratching filling the air. Certainly not experienced to think somebody's looking at my body so analytically, taking in every detail, considering it, and copying it to a canvas. For Eileen's sake, I try to keep as still as possible, despite the butterflies in my stomach. Her pencil work apparently finished, the gentle sound of brush strokes starts as her painting begins in earnest. She's fast at her sketching. I suppose she'd have a good bit of practice at this. Please, Pooch, go!
Please,
Go.
Pooch, stay.
I can't see much at all with my head slightly down like this, but at least this position is easy to keep. Without anything in particular to focus my eyes on, I can't help but turn my thoughts inward. How do people do this without being self-conscious? It's no shame. Nobody's ever looked at my naked body like this, carefully analyzing every curve and muscle. I wonder how I look to her right now. Am I gross? Like Eileen, I probably look gross. Also played at best.
Hey, I know it's not easy, but can you try not to tense up so much?
Once back at Eileen, my eyes even I turned myself to face forward again, resuming my pose. Sorry.
It's okay. Not too much longer.
The expression was so focused and analytical. I sometimes forget that serious artwork can take so much knowledge and logic as well as creativity. I really am just an art prop for her. That's good. That's fine. That's good. I remember that. This is so bad. I mean, it's done this plenty of times, and I can trust her. I was the one who offered anyway. Yeah, I can't be feeling weird. The reason I did this was to help her. Now I can finally be a part of her true passion of painting. I feel the quarters of my mouth tug a little at the idea. It makes me feel a little special that she's looking at me this way. And while she's no doubt done life drawing before, this is something different. Only now do I realize that Eileen's brushstrokes have ceased. As I work up below the questionnaire, Eileen speaks up.
Alright, you can move now.
A weight comes off me as my entire body slumps. A long breath escapes my lips. Feels like my entire body deflates. Thankful that my duty has been fulfilled, I adjust the towel a little to ensure it doesn't slip off. First thought is to go to where I carefully place my clothes, but on the way I'm distracted by the sight of it. Oh, noise.
Cool.
I'm left speechless. I have to resist the urge to reach out and touch it. This is how Eileen sees me. Not closer. Really? Stop! Not closer. This is a beautiful moment that you're getting in the way of.
Boo, just like, why can't you see me like that, Nero?
I feel my heart sting a little as my eyes move across the canvas, seeing through Eileen's eyes how she sees me.
I wish my owner looked at me that way. My owner does think I'm gross.
You are gross.
No matter how much love I give her.
As I stand gazing at the painting, I feel a coat come over me. Eileen draping it over my shoulders. I'm about to thank her before the words are stolen from my mouth by her different demeanor.
Ho ho ho.
She blushy. Compared to her intense focus while painting, her gaze awkwardly avoids my appreciative expression. All I can do is smile as I clasp the coat tight, bashful Eileen standing in silence beside me.
Don't model for anyone else.
Bet. It's beautiful.
Cute.
Super cute. The streetlights lead us along as we walk along the snow-dusted street, their pinpricks of light piercing the evening's darkness. The two of us walk side by side without a word, the only sound being snow crunching underfoot. Far from the silence feeling oppressive, I'm rather glad that we don't need to fill the air with idle conversation. With her classes finished, I offered to repay her for the dinner she'd made for me. Hardly one to turn down a free meal, she readily accepted. It's not like that excuse to bring her over was a lie, as such. Or at least that's what I tell myself. In truth, I want to be closer to Eileen. As I throw furtive glances to her, I muse about how the times we've worked together feel different to when I'm with others. Her earnest yet clumsy attempts to help me feeling all the more rewarding.
I like the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, nice.
Music's been a vibe overall.
gasp. Are we actually getting? It's only the second act. I don't know how long we've been playing this. It
I'm not
feels
sure
like
either.
quite a bit. So I don't know if it's necessarily early. Actually, yeah, I don't know how well into the act we are. Like, how long was the first act? Who knows? I'm not sure, but I don't think these feelings are just friendship anymore. I think I have become Lafruit.
You're lucky to live so close to school.
I still have no idea how you can hike all the way to your place every single day and not be exhausted.
That's what happens when you don't wimp out of walking. Being fit has its advantages. Just look at my thighs.
Oh. Stop myself from imagining her eyes. How good Eileen's body is. I'm reminded that she's seen my own body. I cringe in embarrassment as I remember modeling for her the other day, trying to shake off the feeling before she notices. Eventually, we reached the now familiar apartment building, two of us stopping a moment. I'm a little surprised myself at how quickly I came to think of this place as home. The ill-maintained building feeling so foreboding at first. Everything here is so different from home, right down to the streetlights we stand under. Gone were the modern white lights of downtown and suburbs, replaced by dull orange lamps which occasionally flickered. Bless you, Pooch. Oh, here it is. I'm more than bless you.
Bless you.
I'm more than a
Coach.
little. Okay, alright. Nope.
Oh, you do care. You blessed me. I must repay you for your kindness. Click, 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 click.
I know, he's so slobbery.
Get her, Pooch.
I'm more than a little. I'm getting a serious case of deja vu. I'm more than a little nervous about what she thinks of this new home after bringing her all the way here. Rather than judging me for it, she looks more to be carefully studying it. My nervous attempts to reach her stoic gaze get me nowhere.
Getting deja vu about what?
This scene.
Like, you think it happened
This
earlier in the
scene
game?
and this moment. This whole moment. Us playing this game and Pooch attacking me. It feels like deja vu.
You think you remember like an earlier scene or just like classic deja vu? Where?
Nah, just classic deja vu.
Ah. This too is the power of Steins Gate. Oh, looks nice.
Indeed.
So, what's your roommate like anyway? Are you roommates like
No,
Caprice
she's like
and the other one? The British one. We met her.
Millie.
She
That
said
was it.
Millie, yeah. I'm great with names, clearly. Oh, she got a...
Oh my goodness! No sooner to the words leave her mouth that she jumps from stop it! Jumps from a hand latching tightly onto her shoulder.
I will fight you!
I didn't even notice her in the darkness. Well, probably because she also dresses like in all black usually. She must have been having a smoke outside when she saw us.
Howdy, y'all.
As we sit at the dinner table, Eileen's gaze has trouble staying on us. I know those eyes well. They're those of a tourist, taking in everything around them while desperately trying to engrave it in memory. Or, perhaps, in order to judge my living conditions. I have to admit, this must look a bit shabby compared to her home. She surely worked out that I'm not exactly well off from the area already, though. Compared to Eileen's apartment, ours is full with the artifacts of life. A couple of stuffed animals, some movie posters and DVDs around the place, an aging console next to the television, various bits and bobs accumulated through the years litter the room. Eileen's eyes pass over it all, but she stays unusually subdued. Perhaps the reason isn't the room itself, but the person sitting across from her. bit cold. The heating's having problems.
You mean having problems as usual?
There goes trying to put on a front. Thanks, Rose!
I know it doesn't look great from the outside, but we try to keep the place nice to live in, fixing leaks, giving the pace lick of paint, pace, giving the place a lick of paint, patching holes and all that. Gets Alice in a crash course in handiwork too. She uses her hands pretty often. Just saying. It ain't much, but it's
Rose,
home.
please!
It's gotta count for something, right? It does. You're doing a good job on making this place homely. You never told me you were good at this good at science and math, Allison. No wonder it seems so easy for you. Fucking braggart over here.
Oh my no, please. Both you and dog. She gestures towards the trophy on the side table and certificate on the wall above it, being awards from competitions I won in high school. You never asked, and you always tell me not to brag.
What? Seriously? Allison, come on.
I earn a playful clip over the head, snorting in amusement.
She was good enough to get a science scholarship thanks to that brain of hers.
Please, stop. I don't think she might not be into nerds. Never having been great at knowing how to respond to praise, I just hang my head. Feels a little embarrassing to be complimented in front of Eileen.
Yeah, what
Especially
was
when
that
I
science
think
fair?
Rose is trying to be my wing woman.
Makes sense. She's got me out of a gym a few times now. She's a handy person to have around. Handy indeed, like I said, patching up them holes and such. What was that science project you did back in junior high? Normal girls' brains when seeing another woman versus my brain when seeing another woman. A case study in something or other. She had some of them CT scans, MRIs, whatever. Real advanced stuff.
Oh my god. I mean, I could just out-pooch Jesus Christ, my boob. I just took advantage of me laughing at the nod.
Good job. I texted Pooch beforehand. I said, I'm going to do a bit, Pooch. That's your chance to attack her. And then he did.
Well timed. No, I could just see. I'm guessing that's just the meme you're referencing. But still, I wonder if that would count as a science project. I don't. Yeah, you'd have a hypothesis, probably trials. Yeah.
Ask a question. Am I gay?
Yeah,
A case study in my reaction to the same
My hypothesis.
sex.
I think if I see a pretty lady, then my brain.
Then my neuron activation will be higher than other people's neuron activations.
Exactly. I feel myself flower into a blush at the words, sinking lower into my chair as my face feels hot. I'm surprised how nice it feels, despite being so awkward. A smile spreads on my face as my legs sway beneath the table with unexpected energy. It feels different when it comes from Eileen.
Thanks for the food, by the way. Oh, it's nothing. Nice to finally meet someone from Allison's side of the fence for a change, actually. I was starting to get worried that she didn't have any friends.
I told you that I have friends! Oh, I can only put my hand to my face as Eileen raises an eyebrow in pointed interest. I do wish Rose wouldn't make such a big deal out of me being shy.
Yeah.
Really, it's not a big deal.
I heard stories from her old man that she didn't make a first friend until she was in the 4th grade. Really?
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's not exactly the outgoing type, I guess. He said that she just used to talk to her friends in her books and her comics and stuff like that. She said, I don't need friends when I have Joe Schmo or something.
I'm begging you.
I'm shocked.
She takes a large sip of the soda before continuing on. I'm not sure if she's being sarcastic or not. No.
There's a few of us in a little circle now. No thanks to her dragging me into a club.
You agreed to come. It's Chris's club anyway.
Oh, so now you have nothing to do with it. This is a new story.
All I can do is grimace as Eileen lifts an eyebrow, getting the rise out of me that she wanted. She softens the blow a little with a small nudge from her shoulder, earning a smile from Rose.
Oh, well, I see my time as a roommate is coming to an end.
What? Eileen gives a mighty yawn, poorly hidden by a hand over her mouth. I don't think I've seen her bother trying to hide one before.
Sorry, sumimasen, my dudes.
That tired?
I'm always tired. What's with the bags under your eyes anyway? Rough night? Insomnia. It's fun stuff, thanks for asking.
Oh. Here I was, trying to be tactful and not bringing that up. Rose just kicks down the door as usual. That does give me some context to Eileen's short fuse, though I shouldn't jump to conclusions.
So, what's up? You look sick. It's because I don't wear makeup and I don't sleep well. Well, they say good, wholesome food can fix that. Hopefully this will pick you up a bit. Or put you down, whatever you're in the mood for. Nothing says homemade like burgers and fries, after all.
After 2 talk, I quietly begin on my food. I hadn't realized how empty I was, the fries disappearing into my mouth at a quick pace. Thank goodness for having a good metabolism. Oh, brag about it.
Now, Allison, I know you need your 3 servings, so don't worry. I made enough for you to keep eating and eating and eating. Someone's always hungry, after all, with your partner here being the tired one.
I look up quizzically at her, drawing a raised eyebrow. It's only now I realize my cheeks are as full as a chipmunk's.
Good to see you two get along well.
Rose takes a hold of my shoulder and gives a playful shake, my head bobbing to and fro as I try to avoid choking on the fry on its way down.
Allison's fine, quiet as a mouse, and managed to put up with my crap. One time, I punched a coffee mug, and she was like, "Don't worry, I'll get it."
It was pretty cool, yeah. Considering how much she takes care of chores and errands, I can't really complain.
You mean considering how nice of a person I am, right?
That too. The 3 of us munch away on our food. Quiet sound of cars outside and prattling from the television providing what little noise there is to be heard. It seems like Eileen is starting to settle, which is a relief. It took me a while myself when I first met Rose.
Surprised you two can keep your fingers Surprised you two can keep your figures eating this kind of stuff. You don't have it often, do you?
Rose and I share a quick glance. We have it often.
Every other day. No, not at all.
Not often. Just special events. Oh, there we go, falling afoul of Eileen's judgment.
Stare. Should just get a rice cooker. Buy rice and bowl, grab some vegetable packets, throw them in together. Easy, cheap, healthier than takeout. Well, I gotta admit, it was nice when I dated a guy who could cook. Having her around doesn't make things too awkward when you bring guys over. You'll learn to be quiet, like I'm sure you two will. I guess you... What?
You have guys over? Wait, what? You're into guys? I don't want to hear about this. I'm too innocent.
I could have sworn those tats and that piercing meant you were one of them lesbians. If you didn't know already, that means I've been doing a good job, both hiding my orientation and my oral, and you know what I mean.
La. Rose's comment only causes my frown to deepen. can feel myself blushing just from the topic of the conversation, which just embarrasses me more.
Besides, if you ever get a boyfriend, you're gonna have to learn too if you want to bring him around here. I hear you're talking about that Wallace fellow all the time.
I won't be doing anything like that, and I'm not into Wallace, please. Please don't do this. Not like this. Rose laughs, and even Eileen looks amused. I sulk, hating that the attention has been centered on me now. I especially don't want this kind of conversation around Eileen. Thankfully, Rose seems content with her teasing.
So, what's your story? You were a friend of Allison's, right? Turned out that way. Just another student at the community college majoring in art. The artsy type, huh? Going for the big bucks then. Thanks. I'm sure you'll find something. Hopefully not involving burgers or fries, but you know, starving artist tropes and all that.
Oh, Eileen's limits are clearly being tested, being less tolerant of being poked at than I am. Or than I. Hopefully Rose realizes it.
After all, that Wallace fellow's going into IT or something. That's basically a guaranteed job, ain't it?
I'm going to punt you.
You seem like the artsy type yourself. So with all that ink, you allegedly not lesbian.
Eileen motions to Rose's lips. I mean, she's gotta be fine. I'm still stuck on the hill that she's gotta be fine. So,
Didn't she say
it's not really a surprise.
I feel like, didn't she say that she was? That's because you sent that by Korean chick or whatever. I thought that was because...
Yeah, that's what I was.
Was that not? I feel like she
No, I
actually...
was just letting you know. I don't think she's confirmed anything. I think I made the comparison to her because she's got a motorcycle.
You're right. Yeah, I thought that we said that because she was like mentioned a girlfriend or something, but you might be right. I don't know.
Eileen motions to Rose's left side while brandishing her French fry. The tattoo on her upper arm only made more noticeable by her tank top.
Well, you know, it looks cool. Expected to be my life story or something. Oh, every rose has its thorns, and so I got roses tattooed with thorns. Yeah, that was my first. Wait, no, forget what I said. I'm in the Yakuza, and they gave me these as my initiation. You see these scars on my knuckles? They're not from when I punched that coffee mug, they're from when I beat in some guy's face. Yeah, nothing says Yakuza like a biker in Middle America.
I was gonna bring that up. I was like, this is not Japan though. Well, unless it is, and I just completely missed
Don't
it.
you know? Yakuza's gone international.
Yeah, and also community colleges. Are community colleges a thing in Japan? They only ever talk about university in the anime.
I feel like one, it's probably not, and two, if it is, I feel like it's probably looked down on. So
yeah,
they
probably.
have like, this is like specialized school. They have like trade schools and stuff. I think, right? That's been talked about in some animes before. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean they got culinary schools and stuff. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well. I say that less confidently now because now I feel like whenever it's going to do the trade, it's the I'm going to study abroad thing.
That's true. No, I feel like let's see. You read out Google.
They gotta have like cooking classes. They have cooking classes.
Does Japan have a military? Does Japan have community college? Special training schools and community colleges, Senmon-gakko in Japanese, are two-year specialist schools that offer advanced training for vocational careers. They require upper school, secondary school completion. So yeah, it seems like their community colleges are generally like vocational schools, like trade schools and stuff. I don't know if they have general ed community colleges.
Gotcha. I figured. And aside, if their names wasn't enough obvious that they weren't.
Yes. Rose, Eileen, Wallace, the most Asian names.
Yeah, I figured it could be the case of like they just didn't bother like doing a localization thing, but as Rose's chest heaves with lighthearted laughter, I find myself smiling as well. I'm glad the two get along, though a little part of me wishes I could be like Eileen. It took me months to warm up to Rose, yet Eileen gets on with others so smoothly, which you wouldn't expect.
Here's my trick. I just hate everyone equally.
Standing out in front of the apartment once more, we say our goodbyes for real this time. Even if she pointedly refused Rose's later offer of transport, at least she'll be going home on a full stomach. It's an odd atmosphere. It's time to say our goodbyes, especially given the night's chill having set in. But neither of us quite want to say the words. Ah, cute.
When you said you had a roommate, that's the last kind of person I expected you to be getting shacked up with.
What? Rose is nice once you get to know her. As a motherly, sisterly figure. Yeah, she's a family friend, so I guess you could say I got this apartment through connections. I think it's not really wrong, though. Ever since starting at community college, I've gone from having a couple of very alike friends at high school to an increasing menagerie of odd characters. The way Eileen looks as she gazes at the building catches me off guard. Entirely the comfortable existence she seems to have. Rose and I pretty much eking out a living with what scraps we get by, yet she looks so wistful.
You really have a nice thing going, don't you?
Yeah, I guess so. If you ever want to visit again, you're definitely welcome. I mean, you did offer me to go to your house whenever, so... She gives an amused snort and a smile.
I'll have to take you up on that sometime.
Moments tick by as the two of us stand out on the sidewalk, neither quite knowing what to say next. I want her to stay around some more to talk to, but I know it's already getting late. Idly thinking over our dinner together for something to talk with her about, one particular part of the conversation keeps sticking out. Replaying it in my head, I can feel my face going red before I can cover it with my hands.
What's wrong?
I can't believe Rose is talking about that kind of stuff, even though you just met her. Sorry about that.
It's alright. I'm the one who brought it up.
Oh, yeah, you did! That's right, you're just as bad! I give her shoulder a firm tap, immediately feeling conscious of the gesture. I pull away from her and look elsewhere, fuming away in my embarrassment. This is just the worst.
Touch me.
No.
Oh. If you did, I wasn't gonna complain, maybe.
What?
Nothing.
Riley knocks back and forth between her heels and the ball of her feet to pass the time, while I recover, and not quite knowing what to do. Eventually, thankfully, Eileen breaks the silence between us, and the camera zooms in on her face.
Thanks for inviting me here. I'm glad to have been over tonight.
Why?
To be honest, I had you pegged as some spoiled little delicate flower when I first met you. You know, the kind who coasts along with their parents' attention before the real world punches them in the face. Looks like you have your life pretty sorted, though. Got a good friend, a good head on your shoulders, friends, and a cool roommate. You managed to scratch together a pretty decent life for yourself.
Really?
Is that what it looks like
He's
to
good
you?
little-
Because I thought you had
Yeah.
more better than me. Your apartment's nicer.
Yeah, your apartment's nicer, you're way more mature, you're cooler, you're taller. She just gives a long breath. I like the idea of that being the thing that she leaves off on. And most importantly, you're taller!
You could do a Capadon to me and I'd just be totally helpless.
Exactly. She just gives a long breath, rocking back and forth on her feet as she tries to put some words together. I want to thank her for the kind words that I don't deserve, but I'm left speechless after such a warm-hearted appraisal of my current world that I don't deserve.
I don't really know what to say now. I guess I feel a bit dumb for lecturing you so much.
Oh, it's fine, really. It felt like you cared. Your frantic brushing off of the idea puts both of us on the back foot, whatever that means. Smiling, with that wonderful rare smile of hers, she seems to accept the situation. Before I can say anything more, the blonde girl turns to begin the long walk back home. Not looking back, Eileen simply raises her hand into the air as she strolls off down the road. As confident as ever. God, she's so cool. Things just happened around me, and I worked problems out as they occurred. Is that really worth respect? Feels strange to have someone I admired to turn that right back on me. Feel my heart sting as her figure gets smaller in the dark night sky. There's nothing I can say or do. Just watch her go. And look forward to tomorrow. Whatever day of the week it is, I guess. The cold night's breeze wafts past the balcony, my thin jacket doing little to stop it. The only noise to be heard is the odd car rushing down the street through the darkness, or snippets of muffled music from neighboring apartments. Moments like these are nice, circumstances aside. Just being able to be alone with my thoughts without the distraction of others. That said, I already have my answer to what had been on my mind. That was the real point of this dinner after all. When I modeled for her, I wanted to be a part of something that was important to Eileen. Even before then, I wondered if the times I tried to get closer weren't out of friendship alone. What I felt as I watched Eileen walk away was all the confirmation of my feelings I needed. A dark figure suddenly appears, taking no heed of my surprise as it leans against the balcony beside me. As I compose myself once more, the familiar acrid smell passing my nose tips me off before my eyes do.
What's up?
Don't scare me like that.
Hey, I called out. Not my fault you were daydreaming.
Her mention of it brings all of my worries flooding right back. Hardly wanting to look at Rose while thinking about all this, I turn back and try to ignore her as best as I can. Rose mentioned how I should think about finding a partner sometime while in college. My parents too. Even my high school friends before I came.
Ha! Didn't do that.
Everyone just wants to talk about how lonely I am. I was content to focus on school and keep such complications out of mind until my life was all set up and ready. College has already set me right on that account. Life doesn't go on hold until you're ready to face it. Rose simply blows a puff of smoke, a thin stream passing her lips and disappearing into the night sky. I try to keep my mouth shut, but the smell proves too much for me as I bring my hand to my face. That's terrible.
You're the one who banishes me here, remember? I used to smoke inside.
Oh, I hate to admit it, but she does have a point. Rose stubbornly makes a point of taking a puff of her cigarette, but soon notices that something is amiss.
Come on out with it. What's on your mind? AKA, come out.
Oh, it'd be easy enough to wave her off. One of the things I like about Rose is that she knows when to step back, and this is the kind of thing plenty of people keep private. But somehow, even if I haven't told Eileen how I felt, I kind of want someone else to know. I think I like someone. I watch her reaction with the best attempt I can muster at casual interest. I'm surprised by how unsurprised Rose is.
Oh, am I supposed to act shocked here?
She's also got the bet going in on with the parents.
Me and your dad knew it.
Yeah.
We're just saying. Sorry, I'm just shooting your dad a text real quick, saying the bet's about to be settled. Go on.
I didn't say who.
No, just no, of course not. Go on, it's fine.
after a torturously long time as she finishes her text. And she also finishes her puff of cigarette, takes it from her mouth.
You know, you just have the look of someone without a mind. It's the Eileen girl, right?
You knew, and you still felt the need to tease me about the boyfriend shit.
Well,
In
duh.
front of her. My mind blanks. She picked that up herself. She isn't even taken off guard by looking a girl at all. What do I? The knot of anxiety I hadn't even noticed forming inside of me suddenly twists and turns. The expected spluttering explanation suddenly not needed. I psyched myself up so much, only for it to go nowhere. The silence between us continues as Rose patiently waits for me to respond. It's just... what's supposed to come after saying that? I didn't think you knew about Eileen or, you know...
Oh, honey. Are you? I knew that you were, you know, lip-hand.
I wasn't even... I should have went there immediately, but I
You
was
know.
still in the moment.
Well, I mean, kind of hard to ignore what's in front of your face. You know. Seeing you together, it all clicked. Plus, your parents and I had this bet. Well, we won't get into that.
What?
Oh, Tarzan, you and I win. Oh, Carson owes us each $40 and cent. Sorry, did you say something?
So you don't think I'm weird? Apparently feeling a little more sure of what to say, she gives a disarming smile.
Believe me, I'm not in any position to call someone weird.
So you are, you know. Yeah.
Hey, that's not what you're supposed to say. That's not that you're supposed. That's not. I think that's supposed to be what. That's not what you're supposed to say.
She elbows me in response to my mostly unintentional bite back. With the situation diffused, I managed to calm down a little. Just saying I like her makes my thoughts feel all the more real, my heart skipping a beat as I repeat the words in my mind. Rose didn't confirm anything. She was the biggest mystery. And this was never a question.
God, I just can't pin that guy.
I know. Rose thinks to herself a little before snuffing out her cigarette on the ashtray and looking at me squarely.
Sorry, I shouldn't be so flippant when you're all whooped up. I get that coming out can be hard. You know, 2021, but some people still can't. We won't get into that. For what it's worth, I really appreciate that you trust me so much.
The warm smile on her face proves infectious, all tension from the air fading away. I hardly mind, now that I've managed to unwind a little. I get the feeling she's stumbling through this herself. Minutes go by with it does feel like the stare. Minutes go by with only the passing of cars beneath us for noise, both of us savoring the peacefulness of the winter's night. At loose ends, I lean against the balcony railing and finally break the silence. What should I do?
I don't think that's something I can decide for you. Just remember that you're still young. If you two are going to be in here, and you're probably not going to be as quiet as me, put some tape over the lock so that I know, and then I can go and fuck off somewhere else.
What? So you really think it'll work out? That's what it sounds like.
I figure you're going to take a crack at it, get too chicken, and then run away, because it's going to be too awkward after that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm just thinking it. But just take it easy, alright? Relationships are a pain in the ass. Everyone's always like, oh, ain't you lonely? Go find yourself a man, a woman. And then you do, and it's like, this fucking sucks. I hate this person. What are you all doing? And then everyone's like, oh yeah, they're kind of the worst being. And then it's like, why are you telling me to get in one if you ain't even happy in yours? And then they don't answer that. And it's like, societal expectations and all this.
This isn't what I hope Rose would say at all.
There you go.
That doesn't mean she's wrong. Just because she's correct doesn't mean she's right, though. I thought love was supposed to feel all happy and warm, but I feel more nervous than anything else.
Welcome to relationships. Falling for someone is easy. It's what comes next that's hard.
Oh, her disarming smile at least puts me back, or puts me a little more at ease. I'm glad I have Rose here for me. In many ways, I feel like we can't relate to each other, but we can still have this kind of conversation and understand each other. We're just two girls talk about love.
Girls just want to have fun. You're a good girl,
Yep.
Allison. I promise that whatever happens, you can count on me. Okay?
Thanks.
But, you know, if things do work out, you're still gonna have to learn how to be quiet. For my sake, if you're being around. So again, first times, just go ahead, put tape over the lot.
La 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 la.
There be that Christmas tree.
Indeed, you were probably onto something. Like, well,
That
it
big
being
old-
a setting. While I'd had my doubts, the city workers managed to get the Christmas tree in the city's main square finished, just on schedule for the first day of December. It's oversized tinsel and whatever, and baubles gleam happily in the morning's light, proudly announcing the coming holiday. Rose takes my paws in the middle of the city square as an excuse for a break, setting her bags down as I looked up to the huge tree before us. It's not the tree that's most interesting, so much as the crowd around us. Everyone walks to and fro just a little faster than normal walking speed, hurrying from shop to shop while hardly even glancing at the Christmas tree looming over everything. I think I read something once about feeling alone, even in a crowd. So many faces pass by, from couples holding hands, to businessmen, to groups of friends, yet I feel more disconnected than when I'm actually alone.
Fucking same.
Yup. And thinking of the lighter next to me reminds me of my companion, a cigarette now perched in the corner of her mouth, glowing brightly. Shame we couldn't park closer.
Downtown's pretty crazy these days, ain't it?
Maybe we should put up our own Christmas tree.
Hey, I got a tree for us a few days ago.
I was the one who bought that. It's also like a foot tall.
Oh, yeah.
The cigarette perched in her mouth tilts downward as she looks at me. Her smile turning just a little less cheerful.
Missing holidays at home, are ya?
A bit. She clamps onto my shoulder and gives me a firm shake.
Hang in there. I might not be much company, but at least you got someone around.
Were you homesick when you first moved out from home?
No, not really. Given the circumstances, no. I don't think you appreciate how lucky you are sometimes.
Wandered straight onto that landmine. Rose has never talked about her immediate family in the few months I've known her, so maybe I should have taken the hint. Noticing the gazes of a few around us have turned upward, I look up curiously. Looks like the weather's turned, the morning's chill turning to snow.
Piss off, Winter.
A dissatisfied puff, she puts out her cigarette on a nearby bin lid before flicking it in with a practiced motion. Taking her bags up once more, we continue the slog back to the bike.
Janabe, I was gonna say this later, but I bought your favorite while you weren't looking.
Strawberry trifle? Trifle? I don't know what that is.
You know it. Just a thanks for pulling your weight a bit more. It's nice to see you getting yourself together. Maybe one day I have a real job. That was way too real.
Too visceral. So that's a very visceral reaction I had.
I know that sound that absolutely like just guttural.
No, that came from a place I wasn't even ready for. This is about to thank her. A loud ping comes from my pocket. A little sheepish, I take my phone from my pocket to check what the message is.
Behind you.
Oh, my phone. Confused, I stop walking and turn about. Eileen creeps into frame, holding her hand high as she slowly walks up the street, slipping her phone into her pocket as she arrives. I'm happy to see her, but something makes me hesitate. Something Rose picks up on, going by her churlish grin.
She is with man.
She's probably with man. I know full well I've fallen for Eileen. My stomach tying itself into knots at the sight of her, makes me realize that asking her out will have to come sooner rather than later. If she's even interested in girls, that is. Trying to put my worries out of mind as best I can, I do my best to act normal. You've sure been getting some use out of that phone.
I'm starting to see. I'm starting to see the appeal of these things. Yeah. Morning, Rose. Sup? I think she's been texting me more than she's been texting you.
What?
Oh, just out for a walk. The apartment gets stifling after a while. Not interrupting anything, am I?
When she puts like that, she sounds far older than she should. In fact, given she didn't own a smartphone, like simple walks alone, and spends her days painting, I'm starting to doubt the girl I fell for is really my own age. Maybe I've got a thing for grandmas?
No, it's just the One-san.
One-san energy. As the two strike up a casual chat, I remember how Eileen and I came to meet. Being pushed into the club, taking chance after chance to come closer to her in hopes of spending more time together. Simply that persistence which gained me her friendship. And now I'm greedy enough to ask for more. My heart begins to beat as I talk myself into the plan forming in my head. It froze for a little bit.
Her brain froze, actually.
Yeah, sure. Both. Pushing myself got me this far. Perhaps if I could take one more step. Hey, Rose, can I leave these with you? She hesitates at the change of plans. The words blurted out before I can stop myself.
Let me just wiggle my eyebrows at you. Sure. I'll see you later. If you need a pickup, just call. If you're gonna be staying somewhere else, just let me know.
Why? Why are you like this? Before I can so much as thank her, Rose quickly starts the work of strapping the shopping bags to her bike. It'll probably be easier to get everything home without me on the back anyway.
If you happen to come back while I'm not there, just remember, tape over the door lock so that I know.
Why? Eileen and I give her our goodbyes to her as we walk on, Rose waving us off. As we go, I think I see a small grin on her face. I guess she worked it out.
Tape over the door lock? What is... I don't... Is that a common practice or something, or...
Don't worry about it. She's weird. Pooch, stop snorting. Once again, we're alone with each other. My stomach twists and turns as I desperately try to find some small talk to fill the air with. Not that Eileen looks fussed about it at all. Buried in thought, I barely register us moving through the old wrought iron gates and into the city park. The water in the pond lies nearly still, the ducks lazily bobbing about with the odd flap of their wings to shake off the snow. The normally rustling branches of the trees stay silent as they gather falling snow, green slowly turning to white. With everybody in town busy shopping, all that's to be heard as we walk along the wide paths are our footsteps on freshly fallen snow. Wow, Allison. You come here often?
Yeah, every so often. I should just think to myself a bit without being cooped up. You?
Only when I was younger. I liked to feed bread to the ducks.
I feel like I should have guessed that answer from you.
All I could do was pout as she gives a smug smile at my expense. I don't know what that means. Is it like I'm a bird brain?
Boobs.
You know, I've been doing so well at not saying that every time it does the slow pan. Even as we walk on through the otherwise empty park, I can feel my eyes lingering on her. Boobs, but her. That difference between us is probably what drew me to her, now that I think about it. I've never felt like this towards anyone else before, but I know my feelings are genuine as I gaze at her.
Boobs.
It's more than just the physical attraction. If she spends Christmas with her family, I won't get to see Eileen again until classes start in the new year. Telling her what I feel might ruin everything, but I don't want this to linger like a hanging thread. If she can push herself towards her goals, then so can I.
Oh my.
Are we actually gonna confess this early? I am pressing X to doubt, honestly.
Yeah,
but
I feel like some.
I'll give.
Hey guys! Wallace, look at that! What a coincidence! They're here too!
Yeah. Yep. That wouldn't happen in any other situation. As I come to a stop, the ceasing of my footsteps in the crushed snow makes Eileen turn towards me. Like, I do actually, that would be nice if, like, the third act can be, like, actual relationship stuff. That'd be great. If we could get it out of the way. In, like, the middle of the game.
I don't disagree.
As your eyes fall, yeah. As your eyes fall to mine, my heart begins to race. It's gonna be filled with cracks. Now it's too late. I've psyched myself up so much that it's truly showing. While my life was helping push me forwards, I have to do something for myself. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it. It's gonna come out.
And you
Let
know what?
me-
I think you got too comfortable again because I can barely hear you confessing.
Oh crap! I did change positions in the
How dare you?
now I'm leaning on the
You
left.
have to be nervous. Eileen,
No.
not Eileen. Allison is nervous.
I changed the buds again. Don't worry about it. Okay. Eileen taught me how I have to do that. I gotta do it. I gotta say the words. Eileen. Oh, we're doing the Doki Dokis too. Eileen, I wanted to tell you something. With my voice shaking and a hand clutching my other arm tightly out of nervousness, I took a long breath to clear my mind. And sort out the words in my head. I blow my fists as I feel my hands shaking. After spending my whole life with such a big family, this was the first time I've ever tried to live by myself. I was really lonely at first and didn't really know what was going on. But recently, I realized that loneliness hasn't been around. I've met so many wonderful people and had so many nice experiences. Now I'm looking forward to every day and what fun things might happen. A lot of that is thanks to you, so I wanted to thank you for helping me. Okay, this isn't exactly poetry so far, but I think I'm getting my feelings across right. I think somebody looks at me, accepting the praise with only a touch of confusion.
Well, thanks. It's nice to be appreciated like that.
It's more than that, though. I mean, I first thought it was just friendship, but... Oh, why can I be more confident in this? My throat feels like it's closing as my nerves get the better of me. It only gets worse the more I try to speak. I'm so busy reading Eileen's expression that I lose track of what I'm saying. I try desperately to force something out, but no words come to me. Looking at her face, though, I don't think the rest needs to be said, after all.
Kawaii.
This better not be like a daydream
Hey, guys!
thing.
You two are getting so close. Are you cold? Here, I got a blanket and some scarves. I'll wrap it around your heads.
God damn it, Caprice, I'll drown her in the...
Caprice, get out of my head!
We just look at each other silently, the winter snow falling between us. She looks gentle, somehow. Stepping forward, she looks down at my blushing face. Here, I can see the faint red in her cheeks clearly. I can't think of anything else. Just that gentle, calm face that I've never seen her wear before. After a moment's hesitation, Eileen brings her hands forward, grasping my shoulders delicately. And it's saying, oh, okay. It was so fast, I was gonna make a joke, but I don't even feel like doing it. And then as she leans down, everything stops. I reflexively gasp in surprise as her soft lips press gently to mine, but it ends up stifled. With my body utterly frozen, I find myself completely in the grasp of the girl holding me, her breath tingling against my face.
Get fucked, Brightworth. This is what we deserve, you cowards.
Exactly.
Sounds, the smells, everything beyond Eileen and I falls from my consciousness. All that's left is this wonderful warm feeling flowing through my entire body.
I mean, Brightworth has rings. I can at least say that. They've got rings. As much as I do want to call them cowards, they sure did just give them rings. I constantly forget that fact. It's the most important bit of lore in the entire franchise.
Minutes, seconds. I have no idea how much time passes. I just know that I don't want it to stop. And then I get to go to Rose and be like, ha!
You thought that you... Oh, no. Fucking Caprice, too. Being like, you thought you wanted to kiss in public? Our first kiss was in public.
Haha!
Eventually, sadly, Eileen's lips part from mine. Straightening herself as she steps back, Eileen takes a long, shuddering breath as I stare dumbstruck at her wildly blushing face. The feeling of Eileen's lips pressed to mine replays endlessly in my confused mind, clouding everything else. This better not be a dream.
I better not have just misread the situation.
Eileen, you...
Boobs.
Yeah, you just go like after he gets like women, girls,
women. I still am so pissed I've not been able to track that down. I cannot remember the artist that made it.
One of these days, I sure hope you can find it. The air between us falls quiet. Eileen left waiting for a reply as I stand in a silent daze. Simple shock is one part of it, but far from all. Eileen is not only interested in women, but also in me. I feel like my heart could burst from the relief. I apologize, game, for not giving you the credit. I mean, there's still time for them to pull that it was a dream, but like, I was just kind of,
not expecting them to do it, but like throwing out the idea how it would be nice if we got it in this act, and then have like a whole other half-ish.
We're saying that now. I feel like it could very well come back to bite us, where it's like,
I know,
especially
like,
with
probably
fucking
still gonna be
Rose
drama.
being like, yeah, relationships are hard. Like, it'd be
Oh,
great if
yeah,
it's just like
you're right.
fluff and stuff, but I feel like it's gonna be some not fluff also. I mean, Eileen's got insomnia, which is a thing, and also parent issues, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But this is
Yeah.
nice.
This is nice. I mean, I'm just hoping that a game that was advertised as being comfy would know how to handle
Right.
things not being too dramatic. But oh well. It's only now that I see her fidgeting, playing with her hair, and unable to quite stand still. I wonder how long that's been going on, unnoticed. Makes me realize she's as unfamiliar at the situation as I am. Neither of us knows what we're supposed to do or say right now. Here I was trying to explain my feelings when Eileen rushes ahead and does something brash like that, and then neither of us know what to say afterwards. Overcome with my own flood of emotions and confusion, it's Eileen who ends up having to reluctantly move things forward.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, me too.
Sure hope I didn't misinterpret that. This'll be real bad if I did.
Her attempt at playing off her nervousness is betrayed by her blushing. Finally realized just why she's so uncomfortable right now. She's left herself vulnerable. It's the first time I've seen her so exposed like this. Her feelings plain to see. I didn't know you felt that way.
Entertained the idea, I guess. Didn't think you'd ever be the one to make the first move.
So you'll go out with me? We can be girls, friends.
No, but I just kissed you for the sake of it. I kiss all my
What?
good friends, don't you know?
No!
Of course I will, you dolt.
Yes!
Guess we're in this thing together now, huh?
For all she tries to play things cool, it's obvious Eileen's as awkward about this as I am. The only reply I can muster, and perhaps the only one needed, is to smile.
Kawaii.
Yes! We did it.
We sure
We have
did.
secured Ato.
Girlfriend acquired. Now then, I'm
Yes.
going to run to the restroom real quick.
I'm gonna get some food, perhaps.
Celebratory foods.
Yeah!